Okay, so hi, how y'all doing? This is Deanna Marie. Welcome to the channel you're watching, Handmade by Deanna Marie. Uh, Today is Sunday, and I am preparing my things um, for my Thanksgiving meal. So I've got my greens here, and I've got my smoked ham hocks and seasonings in the pot right over here. So I have those in this pot here. So I'm what my mama called seasoning my water. I'm also going to be making some strawberry jam. So I'm sterilizing my jars here. Ooh, y'all, honey, I got a day today because I also have a special order to make 20 bookmarks for a church member's BSF class, and that's Bible Fellowship, Bible Study Fellowship. So, okay, let me get my tripod and stuff set up. So I'm going to show you how I will prepare these strawberries and get them in the pot, and we'll go from there. All right, so what I have here are 2 pounds of fresh strawberries. They look and smell delicious. So basically, all we're going to do, this is a really, really simple step. I thought about it. I haven't made a cooking video in a while. I've been so focused on my resin stuff. I've been cooking, but I just haven't been recording anything. But I thought since I was going to do some strawberry jam, I'd show you guys how I do that. All right. So again, this is a very simple recipe. This is just going to be just fresh fruit and sugar. That's pretty much it. And it's all about getting the your jam up to about 220 degrees using a candy thermometer, or just let it boil for like about 15 minutes. So, this kind of way grandma and them used to do it. They didn't have all that fancy stuff. So I'm just going to, for right now, I'm just cutting these up, and then I'm going to cut it down a little bit more because I do want I want the strawberries to break up in my jam. So, and I'll probably cut them some more. So we're just going to cut these up and put them in the bowl. And I turn it upside down, face down this way. It just makes it easier for me to cut in the sections that I want. So when's the last time you had some fresh strawberry jam? I mean, not the store-bought stuff. I made some for my grandson, many years ago, and I haven't done it lately. So we're talking, this has been a couple of years, but I grew up with a mother that canned every fall. I mean, like clockwork. We wanted green beans or something like that. Then it would be like, look up in the pantry, you know, because that's the way it was. You always had fresh stuff. And you really don't appreciate it, you really don't appreciate it because it is fresh. It is made at home, not considering that the stuff you're getting out of the stores, I mean, it's a production line. It's just a production line, and it's all about about to cut my fingernail there. It's all about, numbers for them. But when you get it homemade, then, there's some love in that. There's some time in that. And that's kind of the way I was feeling about, when I started doing my resin stuff. I would be shortchanging myself thinking, man, this is homemade. Ain't nobody going to want to buy this stuff. So I mean, I put a lot into it. I put a lot of care. I put a lot of love into it. I don't put anything out to sell if I wouldn't buy it myself, you know. So believe me, I have a lot of stuff here that I have made that I just don't deem worthy to be sold. Now, you know, as far as maybe giving it away, and this was one of the things that one of my friends at work said, you know, just I'm gonna create a box that says tried and error, trial and error, yeah, trial and error. That way, when you buy something, you can look in that box or look in that carton, whatever. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, and you can pick something else. I mean, they're not like bad stuff, but it's just not something I would that I personally, you know, would spend money on. I don't know if I say that right, but it's like they're nice, but they're just not in my view. They're just, you know, they're just not sales worthy. So, anywho, so see, this doesn't take long at all, especially when I'm chatting with folks that I like. Remember when I don't know about you, but when I was a kid and it was holiday time, uh, you know, Mama would start cooking. About this time, you know, she'd start baking all of her pies and candies and all that kind of stuff. And then when the family would come, you know, everybody would have a part. You know, everybody would be pitching in. And it wasn't, I mean, even as kids, you know, we pitched in. Yeah, they'd ask us to, but, you know, it was just part of the tradition. And I think that's something that I miss. Because nowadays, not many people really uh, value tradition. You know, some of the traditions may not be all that great, but still, you know, there are a lot of traditions that are. Okay, I'm about done with this, so I'm gonna finish this up. I'll I'll hit the fast forward button for y'all. Ooh, I did learn how to do that the other day. I don't know if y'all saw my last video, but I did a I did a fast forward. It's pretty cool. I didn't know I could do it like, you know, after production. I guess that's what it's called. But yeah, I did that and that was pretty cool. Kind of let you see what I was doing, but not dragging you through the entire process, right? So, so just again, what I'm doing here is I'm cutting the top off. I'm turning it upside down. Cut that off too. Turn it upside down, which gives me a flatter surface. Then I just hold, turn, hold, you know, turn, hold, cut, turn, hold, okay? That's really about it. Now, the one thing I will tell you, if you've watched any of my other cooking videos, is that I always have a sink of warm water or hot water sitting beside me. My sink is right over here to my right. So that way, if I need to stop and wash my hands or wash a dish, then, you know, it's already there. I've got my water there. Helps me keep things clean as I'm cooking. I cannot cook in chaos. I cannot cook. Before I start cooking, I have to have a clean kitchen. I cannot. So, all right. We'll finish these up. Oh, look at that. This, it smells so good, y'all. Has anybody started a garden? Y'all gardening? I've got all my seeds. I did get some good heirloom seeds. So I'm going to be planting some of those. There's on YouTube you can find out what you can plant in any given month. And just need to know what zone you're in. I think I'm in zone 8. 8, yeah, zone 8. So you can find out, you know, what you can plant Almost done, y'all. See, it really doesn't take long when you're trying to cook with love. It doesn't take long at all. I think my grandson is going to be really happy because I got in trouble. I think it was like I think it was like last year. My daughter's like, "Well, Tinky, we have to go buy strawberry jam because Mimo hasn't made any yet." So there you have it. And I don't think I told you. Well, you probably saw my strawberries already in a strainer. I washed them before. So those are ready. Let me put these in my pot. Okay. Be right back. Okay, so have our pot here. We're just gonna put the strawberries in, and there are strawberries in there, and I'm gonna use a cup and a quarter of sugar. Okay, 1 cup. Make sure I get a level cup and a quarter of sugar. And now we put this on the stove. Gonna let this boil. Now it's going to initially, when it starts boiling, the strawberries will begin releasing their moisture, so it's gonna look kind of liquidy. We want to make sure that we let it continue to cook, boil down. Keep it on probably a medium to medium high. Just keep an eye on it because you're going to continually stir it because this is sugar and it is known to be sticky. All right, so I'm gonna go put it over on the stove. Be right back. I forgot to mention I also squoze a half a lemon into my strawberry jam. Just wanted to tell you that. So this is what our jam is looking like right now. Now it is kind of watery, but we're going to let it cook down. And I do have my candy thermometer here. So once it gets to boiling, I'll add my candy thermometer so I can get the right temp. All right, we are almost there. So we can see how our jam has changed consistency. It's looking more jammy jam. I just want to make sure nothing sticks to my bottom of my pan. My temperature is to get up to 220. We're at 203. Almost ready. Okay. Yes, I've already tasted this and it's wonderful. Now, what I've made will fit into the jars I have here. So it's a hot jam into the hot jars. And I want to seal it pretty quickly. Don't want to let any bacteria in. So this recipe is not a large recipe. It may give me 4 jars, and that's great when you're making it just for yourself. I've got like another uh, 2 pounds of strawberries over here that I'm going to use. So look at that, perfect. And yes, I've already tasted it, and yes, it is delicious. When I added that lemon in there, that just really, really brightened it up. So, mm, it's good, y'all. I did good. So, oh, it's so good. So this will it'll keep for a while in your refrigerator. Look at that. Look at that beautiful jam. It is warm. So there you have it. There you have it. homemade jam, very easy to make. And my little lids there have a date, an area where I can put a date. So I'm back into the canning mode, y'all. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Yeah, and I'm gonna make them greens. Greens are really not a hard thing to make. I think the main thing when it comes to greens is making sure you're seasoning your water right. You know, just make sure you're seasoning your water. If you're vegan, my daughter's vegan, so I usually just season it with salt, pepper, um, garlic powder, and just season that water real good. And I'm telling you, those greens, they taste wonderful. Now, the ones I'm making here, I've got ham hocks in there, smoked neck bones. I'm sorry, smoked neck bones in there. But anyway, this is what we did today. Thank you. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.